Morning everybody, I hope you're well and that you've had a good week. Can't believe it's already Friday again. Let's get started with today's session. So we'll start off with our neck stretches. I'll just level my mat a bit. To start with our neck stretches, so just going to tip our head over to the side, take one arm across, pulling the ear down, reach the opposite arm away. We're swapping sides, tipping over, bring that hand across, reach the arm away. One more time on each side, tipping over, hand comes across, reaching away. Tipping the head over, reaching across, the arm comes away. Good, from here we're going to be on our backs. To do our breathing. So as you're laying down, just take those knees bent, feet on the floor. You're resting down, looking up towards the ceiling. So from here, we're just going to take nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. Breathing in and out. We want to have that slight curve underneath the lower back. So try to keep these hips nice and level. Imagine you have a torch on each hip bone and they're shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. Keep the upper body nice and relaxed. The shoulders are away from the ears. The chest is nice and open. Keep the weight even through those feet. Big toe, little toe and heel. Just start to gently tighten that tummy. From here, as you breathe out, I want you to tuck the pelvis under, so you're flattening that lower back into the mat. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release out to neutral. Tucking under to flatten. Holding. Releasing out to neutral. So as you're tucking under, you want to get this nice strong flat back position. We're just using the tummy muscles and the pelvis to move. So try and avoid squeezing your bottom. This next time the back is nice and flat, we're going to hold it there. So tucking under to hold. Nice flat back. Here we're going to start to tighten the pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, you're going to tighten all the way in with that pelvic floor. Inhale to release. Exhale, tighten. Inhale to release. You're thinking of the sensation of stopping a wee mid-flow. So as you're tightening, you should feel as though your tummy muscles are working harder and that your back is slightly flatter into that mat. Let's halve this contraction, so 50% tightening in the pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale to release. So we still want this relaxed position in the upper body. Shoulders away from the ears, chest is nice and open. And if you are feeling really tense, you can turn those palms up towards the ceiling. So you want to keep that chest really open. You're pulling your tummy all the way down towards your spine. And then we want to keep that weight even through those feet. So remember, big toe, little toe, and heel. We're going to halve one last time. So 20 to 25% tightening. So this should feel like a very gentle lifting. Something that you could sustain throughout any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. So now your flat back position should feel really strong. You're using your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor to help you to stay there. We're going to bring both legs up into a tabletop position. So you want to think about the knees being above your hips, your shins are parallel to the ceiling. I'm going to glue those legs together. As you breathe out, you're tipping both legs over to the side, releasing that hip from the floor. Inhale to the center, tipping over to the other side. Release that hip. Inhale to the center, and we tip over and center. Tip over and center. So although this hip is releasing from the floor, I want you to keep both shoulders in contact with your mat. Use your tummy muscles to take you over to the side. Bring you back to the center where you're finding that flat back. And again onto the other side. We've got two more on each side. We're tipping over and center. Tipping over and center. One more time on each side. Tipping over and center. Tipping over and center. From there, just hug those knees into your chest. And then we're going on to our hands and knees for our back stretch. I'm just going to grab my drink. So as you come onto your hands and knees, you want your hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips, just resting those feet down. Get that tummy already nice and tightened. As you're breathing out, I want you to tuck your pelvis under. Start to curve through that back, arching the spine. Holding here, take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the pelvis go back out through the spine. And we're lifting the head. We're tucking under to curve. Arching the spine. Dropping that head. Holding for a moment. Before releasing back through each section to lift the head. So you want to get as much movement as you can through the spine. Think of working into each section piece by piece. So if you do have any areas that feel stiff or sore, you're just slowing them down. Think of each vertebrae moving one by one. So as you're curving your back and you're pulling the tummy all the way in, as we return to our start position, let the shoulders come away from the ears. 2 more here, tucking under to curve. Arching the back, drop the head. We hold, releasing out through the spine. Lifting the head last time. Tucking under to curve. Arching the back, dropping the head. We hold before releasing out through the spine. Piece by piece. Lifting up. From there, you're going to push yourself back into a shell stretch. So your bottom goes to your feet. You're reaching the arms out in front. And then we're going to be on our sides. Just move this out of the way. So as you lay on your side, you want to have your knees bent and they're together. Arms are nice and long, shoulder height. The palms are together and you're resting the head down. From here, we're going to lift the top arm up so that your fingertips point to the ceiling. Take the head with you as you twist away from your body. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to lift the arm back up and over, taking the head with you to come down palm to palm. We're lifting the top arm up, fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you, twisting away. We hold before coming back up and over to come down palm to palm. So we want to keep these legs glued together and grounded. I want this twist to come through your waist. Nice deep breaths. The arm is reaching nice and long. from the fingertips all the way into your armpits, so that here you're really open through your chest position as you reach the arms away. We're looking towards that hand for as long as we can. Keeping a good range of movement through the neck. Let's take 2 more on this side. Lifting up fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you. Twisting away, we hold. Before coming up and over. Back down, palm to palm. Last time. Top arm lifts up. Taking the head with you. We're twisting away. Holding here to take our stretch. Before lifting up and over. To come down palm to palm. We're swapping sides. So you can either roll over to face the other way. Or you can swap the end of your mat that you're laying at. So again, as you're laying down, take those legs glued together. Arms are nice and long, palm to palm, rest that head down. Lift your top arm up, fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you, you're twisting away. Holding here to stretch. Before lifting up and over. To come back down, palm to palm. Top arm lifts, fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you. You're twisting away. Holding here to stretch. Before you're lifting the arm back up and over. To come down palm to palm. So remember, we're keeping those legs glued together. They're grounded. This twist comes through the waist. Taking nice deep breaths. The arm is reaching nice and long. Fingertips all the way into your armpits. Getting that stretch. Opening up in your chest. We're looking at this hand for as long as we can. Trying to keep a good range of movement through the neck. We'll take 2 more here. We're lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you. Twisting away. Holding here for that stretch. Before lifting back up and over. To come down palm to palm. Last one here. Lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, we're twisting away. Holding here for this stretch. Before coming back up and over. Back down palm to palm. From there, I want you to roll onto your back and take a nice full body stretch. We are staying on our backs, but if you want to grab yourself a drink, then you can. Good, so as you're laying on your back, we want to find a neutral position. So your knees are bent, feet are on the floor. get this level. And we've got that curve underneath our lower back. Just resting those arms down beside you. We're going to take a nice deep breath in to nod the head, chin to chest. As you exhale, tighten your tummy, lift your shoulders up from the floor. Holding here, take a deep breath in. Exhale to control back down. Chin to chest. Lifting up, we hold. Control back down. So I want you to use your tummy muscles to lift you here. You're pulling your belly button all the way down. We've got this chin to chest position to try and keep that neck nice and relaxed. So I want you to think big nod of the head and pull that tummy down to lift you. We're reaching the arms nice and long, keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Use your pelvic floor. Let's take 2 more here before we change the arms. Chin to chest, lifting up. We hold. Control back down. Last one, chin to chest. Lifting up. We hold. Control back down. So we're not really changing the arms, I kind of lied. We are going to change the movement a little bit. So we're still going to go chin to chest and lift those shoulders up and away from the floor. But we're holding here for our pulses. Pulsing up, 2, 3, 4. Control back down. Chin to chest. Lifting up. We pulse, 2, 3, 4. Control back down. So keeping that tummy nice and tightened to hold that lift and push that a little bit further. You can support the head here if you need to, but if you're doing that, just make sure that your hands are behind your head and then not on your neck. Tightening in the pelvic floor. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Let's take 2 more sets here. Chin to chest, lifting up. We pulse, 2, 3, 4, control down. Last one, chin to chest, lifting up. Pulse, 2, 3, 4, control back down. From there, hug those knees into your chest. Then we're going to bring ourselves either into a knelt position, or if you're uncomfortable on your knees, you can come into a laying position on your front. So if you're laying on your front, legs are long and behind you, you're taking your hands mat width apart and in line with your ears, and you're going to be coming into chest lifts from the floor. If you're kneeling, get your legs quite close together so you're really underneath your hips. Legs are resting up behind you. If you know you suffer quite badly from cramp, especially in the lower leg, just tuck those toes under, which should help to keep that away. Arms are relaxed down beside you, get those shoulders away from the ears. Just very gently tuck that chin into your chest so that you're not flinging your head back. So just a little chin to chest position here. Your tummy stays tightened the whole time that you move. Take a nice deep breath in as you're leaning yourself back. Exhale, squeeze your bottom. Push yourself back up. Inhale to lean back. Exhale to lift. Leaning back. Use that tummy. So just squeeze the bottom. That exhale is driving you forwards. Shoulders are down. You can keep this quite small if you need to. You know, a cushion under the knees if that's more comfortable. Keep the tummy tightened the whole time. Let's take 2 more here, then we'll add more arms in. Leaning back, pushing up. Leaning back, pushing up. So adding in the arms. If you're on your front, you're lifting opposite arm and leg now as you do your chest lifts, swapping sides each time. If you're kneeling, as we lean back, we're going to take one arm behind us and slightly twist. Exhale, center. Inhale back, tighten that tummy. Exhale, center. It's a really slight twist. You can make the lean back smaller if you need to. Tummy should still be tightened the whole time. And you're just looking down towards that hand as you're leaning away. Let's take 2 more on each side. We're leaning back and in. Leaning back and in. 1 more on each side. Leaning back and in. Leaning back and in. From here, I want you to push yourselves back into a shell stretch. So bottom to the feet. Reaching those arms out in front. Grab yourself a drink if you need one, and then we're going to be on our backs for the 100. So, as you bring yourself onto your back, just rest with those knees bent, feet on the floor for now, while we talk through what we're going to be doing. So, you're going to need to be in a flattened position, nice and tucked under. You're losing that gap under the lower spine. The legs will then lift into tabletop. So you want your knees above your hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. If you want to make that position harder, then you're going to angle your legs closer towards the floor, so your thighs will then be at an angle, but your shins still need to be parallel to the ceiling with a flat back position. If that doesn't make any sense, just stick with that stacked box shape of knees above hips, shins to the ceiling. The neck is really sore. Just stay resting down, looking up to the ceiling. If you're okay to lift your chin to chest, lifting those shoulders, arms are long, palms are facing the floor. So we're going to be beating those arms up and down for 100 repetitions. 5 as you breathe in, 5 as you breathe out. So your arms are going to look like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. From there, you're taking your hands behind your head. One leg is going to lengthen up to the ceiling whilst the other leg stays in tabletop. And you're going to take 2 sets of 8, twisting over towards the straighter leg. Don't worry if there's a bend in it still. It should just be longer than the one that's in tabletop. 2 sets of 8 there. Then you come back to the centre, bring the leg back into tabletop, the other leg lengthens. We're reaching across. 2 sets of 8 here. Then relaxing, and we're going to hug those knees in and take a nice stretch out. So first of all, find that nice strong flat back position. So nice and tucked under, you've lost that gap. Bring your legs into tabletop, knees above those hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. We're nodding the head, lifting the shoulders, and taking those arms nice and long. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, staying here, take your hands behind your head, lengthening that leg up towards the ceiling, we reach across for 8, 7, 6, 5, breathe, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8 more, 8, 7, 6, tummies in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, staying in the centre, drop that leg back to tabletop, the other leg lengthens, reach over for 8, 7, 6, tummies in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, last set, 8, 7, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relaxing there, hug those knees into your chest. When you're ready, reach those legs out long and take a full body stretch. You can give the legs a little shake out or the arms if you need to. From here, I want you to come into a seated position. We're going to do some stretches. Grab a drink if you need one after the 100. So we're going to bring those legs out nice and long and in front of you. So you want to be sitting up nice and tall. Try and keep these legs quite close together. So we're going to be doing a walk down the leg and a pull down. We did this a couple of days ago, I believe. I lose track of what day we're on. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just looking to see if we can stretch the legs out individually to get more length down towards those legs and using that deep breathing. So just start nice and tall, relaxing those shoulders, sort of rolling down through the upper body, so think chin to chest, round those legs. From here, just slide your arms, your hands, as far forward as you can go. Doesn't matter if that position is nearer the knee or the foot, but from there you're going to hold and pull down. You want to have your legs quite close together. And what I want you to imagine is that you're dropping your nose down towards your knees. If you want to increase the stretch in your legs, just flex those feet. And that should just help to increase that stretch underneath those calves. And we're going to hold here and take our nice deep breaths in and out. So breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Remember, longer exhale than that inhale. So you could go for 2 in, 4 out, 3 in, 6 out, 4 in, 8 out, and so on. See if you can just increase that pull down. From there, just start to slide those hands back up, restacking. So now we need to bring one foot in towards that leg. So hopefully you can see here that this leg is bent and the sole of my foot is touching the side of my thigh towards my knee area. So now we're stretching those legs out individually. It's exactly the same thing that you're going to be doing, just sitting up tall to begin with. Think of chin to chest rolling down. Let those hands slide down the leg. So hopefully you'll find, at least on one side, you'll feel like you're getting a little bit closer down or further down your leg in that stretch. You can flex the foot if you want to increase the calf stretch. You're thinking nose to knee. Just slightly pulling down with your hands. Again, nice deep breaths. And if you're taking those nice deep breaths, you should hopefully feel the rise and the fall of your body as you're filling up the whole of the rib cage and then pushing everything out with that long breath out. See if you can pull yourself down a little bit more. Bring those hands back up the leg, sitting up. When you're ready, we're swapping legs, so reach the other leg out, fold the leg in. Remember that the sole of the foot is touching the middle of the thigh, got a nice bent knee here, leg is out in front of you. Exactly the same thing, we start tall, chin to chest as if you're rolling the upper body down. So on this side of my body, my left side, I'm the least flexible. So this side is the one that stops me when both of my legs are out in front. So it's really important to stretch both sides of the body because you will have that uneven strength, flexibility, movement on one side of your body compared to the other, depending on which side you favour when you lift things, when you reach for things. Day-to-day activities will inhibit one side of the body, and that's really common. That's why we do stuff that works each side individually. So you're still taking those nice deep breaths, pulling yourself down, flex that foot if you need to. You're more likely going to be on your less flexible side now because you'd have chosen your favourable side first. Pulling down a little bit more. Just walk those hands back up. Restack. So we're just going to take one more stretch with both legs just to see if stretching out the sides individually has made a difference at all. Don't worry if it hasn't. It might mean that you just need to spend a bit longer doing that. So you keep your legs quite close together. Same thing, start to roll down. Slide those arms forwards. Holding here to take that stretch. Flex the legs, flex the feet, sorry, if you want to stretch the legs out more. Think nose to knees. Nice deep breaths. Slide those hands back up, restack. Just take a moment if you're not used to those deep breaths just to bring yourself back in, especially if you're feeling a little lightheaded or dizzy. Grab yourself a drink if you need to. And we'll just come into our hip stretch. So both of the feet together in our frog pose. with those knees nice and wide. I'm just taking a little bounce here, just a really gentle bounce up and down. Just opening those hips a little bit more. His knees are nice and wide. Let me take that bounce away so the legs are still. Hold onto the feet and start to pull yourself forward. It doesn't matter how high your knees are away from the floor or how low they are. You're just stretching to where you can go. If you want to increase the stretch, we push the elbows into your legs. Good. Okay, we're going to go into our arms, so into our arm section, which again I think we did at the beginning of this week. So you can do this standing or kneeling, it's completely up to you which you find more comfortable. So I'll talk you through what we're going to do, and then we'll go together. So it's our usual arm routine, so we're going to have the arms out long, they're going to circle forwards, circle back, push up, push down, push forwards, push back, rest, then you're going again, rest. Then we're going to be doing our arm lifts, up, down, across a set of 8 on each one, rest and again, and then we're going to go into reaches up, reach to the side, up to the side. If you use weights or baked bean tins or anything like that to make it harder, grab them. You can absolutely use them the whole way through or part way through, whatever works for you. It doesn't matter if you're not using weights. I've had some people who've messaged me and said, oh, I'm not using weights, am I not working hard enough? This is completely how you want to work. If it's too much weight, I'm not using weights, it's too much for you to use weights, don't use them, it doesn't matter. As long as you can feel yourself working, stretching, lengthening, then I'm happy. So, whether you're kneeling or standing, you want to be tall through that upper body. Try and keep your legs quite close together, so you're making your centre of gravity smaller, which means that your tummy muscles have to work harder. And they should be working the whole time, especially if you're using weights. Okay, here we go, arms are long. Circle forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest those arms down. You can scratch your face if you need to. Ready to go again. We lift, circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest those arms down. So we're going to be lifting all the way up, lifting all the way down. 8 counts to do each one of those, okay? Still staying tall, make sure the shoulders are down, tummy's working. We're lifting up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just take a small moment here. Ready to go again. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing there. Okay, so we've got our reaches. So you can still use the weights here if you want to. So do 2 sets of 8 reaching up, 2 sets of 8 reaching to the side, up, to the side, rest. And if we have enough time, which hopefully we will, we'll do that whole thing one more time for an extra burn. So this time just part those legs a little bit more so that you don't feel too wobbly, especially when you're lifting up. Reach those arms nice and long. Your palms are facing inwards here. We're reaching for 8. These are slow. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. Reach. 7, 6. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the arms to the side. Reach for 8, 7, 6. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. Reach, reach. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those arms. Just enough time for an extra arm burn. Yay. Okay. I've got to get through this too. Reach those arms up. Each one again. Reach for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Reach for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax those arms. Give the arms a shake out. Bring one arm across and pull it in towards you. Try and avoid being on top of that elbow. Pulling it in. Just give that wrist a little shake out. Good. Take that same arm and bring it up and over. This time you're holding on to the elbow or just below. Pulling it down. Swapping sides, coming across. Just give that little wrist a shake out. Bring it up and over, pulling the arm down. and relaxing there. Good. Grab yourself a drink. Put your weights down if you've been using them. We're going to come onto the hands and knees, but I want you to drop straight onto your forearms. And this is just because your arms are going to be quite tired. I've just done loads of arm work. And I want you to be able to do your hand lifts in your plank. So we're all going to be on the forearms. Remember, you want your forearms to be parallel to one another. So your fingertips or fist is facing directly forward. So you shouldn't be crossing your hands over or opening them out. Knees are under your hips. I'm going to tuck those toes under. As you breathe out, I want you to pull your tummy in, press into your hands and your feet. You're lifting those knees off just an inch or so. Inhale down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. Lifting up. And down. Lifting up. And down. So you're thinking tummy is lifting you here. Your arms and your feet are just there for support. You want the eyes looking straight down to your mat. So don't drop your head. Don't lift your head up. You'll just add strain to your neck. You want to keep that spine nice and neutral. Let's take 4 more here. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Last 2. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. From there, take yourself into a full shell stretch, So you're pushing your feet back. I can't speak. Pushing your bottom back to your feet, reaching those arms forwards. Nice deep breaths. So then we're going to go into our plank. So if your arms don't feel too bad, lucky you, and you know that you're okay on your wrists, you're going to be on long arms. If you suffer from sore wrists, and I somehow have picked up a little niggle in my wrist, you're on your forearms, and that's totally fine as well. So whichever one you prefer. You're going to bring your upper body towards the front of your mat. What I want you to do is take one leg out behind you. The weight is going into those toes. The other leg comes out to meet it. From there, tuck yourself into a nice strong plank position. We're going to lift one arm up, pop it down. The other arm lifts, pop it down. You're relaxing there. So one leg back. Then the other. Find your strong plank position. You're going to lift, down, pop those knees down. Making sure that as you find that strong plank position, you're squeezing your bottom, pulling your tummy in, and you're breathing. So you shouldn't be holding your breath any of the time that you're in that position. Just make sure that as you come into that plank, you're not dropping your hips. Just try to stay in that nice long line so that you're protecting your lower back. Same as before, we want to keep the head looking just past those fingertips if you're on long arms, just down to the mat if you're on short arms. Not short arms, forearms, sorry. Just so that you're not adding strain through the neck and the shoulders, okay? Breathe, you shouldn't be holding your breath here. It's nice and controlled. We don't want you to be slapping those hands down on the floor. Take your time, find that position. Nice and controlled, slow lift down. Lift and down, bring those knees down. If you're taking your time with it, you'll find that your plank position will be better and you'll be able to balance for longer with that hand away or lift higher, building that strength. If you're rushing through it, just to get it over and done with, you're not actually going to be building any strength and utilising the plank or the arm lifts. Okay, you'll just be doing it for no reason. So if we're going to do planks, we might as well have them actually achieve something. So stepping one leg back, then the other, finding that plank. We lift, down, lift, down, relaxing there. Let's do 2 more of these. Step back, tucking under for that plank. We lift, down, relax. One last time, step back, plank position. We lift, down, relaxing there. Take a stretch back, roll into those wrists. Good, from there we're going to take a stretch. So come into standing or kneeling, whichever that you prefer. Interlace those fingers and you're going to round through the arms. So there's enough space for you to drop your head. As you drop your head, pull your tummy in and curve your back. Just holding here. Those deep breaths again. Dropping those arms. Roll the shoulders back. Take your hands behind you again, interlace them. This time they're straight. Pulling the arms back, and that's just going to allow you to lift your chest and your head, opening up. Again, deep breaths. Relaxing the arms. Just roll those arms forwards, no, shoulders forwards. Sorry, I can't speak today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Good, from there again, interlace those fingers, take the arms forwards. Drop the head, curve the spine, deep breaths. Dropping the arms, tall again, rolling the shoulders back. Take the hands behind, arms along, lifting the chest and the head. Dropping those hands, roll the shoulders forwards. And relax there. That is the end of today's session, end of the week's session. Thank you everybody who's joined me today and all week and all 13 or 14 weeks. Weather again looks a little bit miserable today, but I quite appreciate the cooler weather. It's not that enjoyable for a pregnant person in 20 odd degrees heat. But I hope that you can still get outside, get some nice fresh air. There'll still be a little bit of vitamin D to absorb, so try and get that. And I hope you will have a lovely weekend, lovely Father's Day celebrations and whatnot. And I will see lots of you on Monday or throughout next week. Take care, have a lovely weekend. Bye bye.